most of you, but I'm Shannon Kimball-Off. I'm the pastor in Lakeport, and I am the circuit leader for all of the Lake County churches. And I think you are charge conference number 6 this week.
This week?
This week, wow. So, moving right along, you actually have the benefit that I've probably got it figured out by now. 6. So I've said briefly who I am. So what I'd like to do is for us to go around the room and each person say your name and your favorite thing about your church. And whoever is ready first can begin.
I'll go first.
Okay, great.
I'm Melanie, and my favorite thing about this church is that we recognize everyone's uniqueness. Hi, Julian.
Okay, thank you, Melanie. And you want to add to that?
No, that's enough.
That's it. Okay.
My name is Teresa, and my favorite part of the church is there's a lot of volunteer opportunities for service.
Yes, thank you, Teresa. There are lots of ways to volunteer for sure. Ray, can you go next?
Oh, okay. My favorite thing about the church is I got to meet so many new friends, besides seeing a few older friends. And it's quite a gathering of personalities and people. And it's actually brought me up a little.
Yeah, good. Thank you, Ray.
My favorite part of the church is I met some lifelong friends.
Okay, is it Raymond?
Raymond, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Raymond.
My favorite thing about the church is we started 30 years ago. We were gone a while. We came back, and it's like we hadn't missed any time.
And is it Sylvia?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Gary Los Bluto. The thing I like most about the church is the people.
Yeah,
Just the people.
the people. Okay, thank you, Gary.
Joanne Harmon, and it's just that our church reaches out to the community, and there's so many activities going on that it really makes me proud that I belong to this church.
Yeah, thank you, Joanne.
Is the love and acceptance. And I would have to say that coupled with the generosity to the community.
Okay. Yes.
My name's Terry.
Terry?
Yes. The question was, what do I love best about this church? Is
Yes.
that the question? I think that we love and accept people no matter where they are or who they are. I think that's what I like best about this church.
Thank you, Terry. You said it better
Thank you, Terry. Okay, Claudia?
Well, all the things that have been said, 'cause I've been here for 40 years, but just to add to that, the nostalgia, the longevity of this church, and the ability to carry that torch on is wonderful to me.
Okay.
The torch of Christ.
Yes, that's good. Somebody should mention Christ in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Alan?
I really appreciate the unconditional loving and energy of the pastor here and the fellowship I feel.
Okay.
Boris, what I love is I have an opportunity to grow in loving God's children. I mean, I have actually transformed who I am from, I'm in the process. I'm in the process of transforming. I feel growth. I see growth in me, in my ability to relate to people.
Yeah.
And it's through the lessons that I have learned, through the messages from Christ, as the guider of how we should, or how I can live my life unselfishly.
Thank you, Boris.
And for me, it's the people here, the diversity of the people. There's so many wonderful people in this church and have been over the years and will be to come. And I love the building too.
So, good morning.
And Glenn just got here, Glenn Herman.
Glenn, what is the thing that you like best about your church?
Yeah, you're really stuck with me, you know that.
Yeah.
This pastor saved my life. If it wasn't for her, I probably would have been in mine years ago. We sat down, we talked one day. Now she's stuck with me.
Yes, I am stuck with you, Glenn. I gotcha.
All right, thank you. Did I miss anyone? All right, so now we know who is gathered. All in favor of electing Sherry Garrett as our recording secretary, please say amen.
Amen.
All right, we will continue in our meeting. So the first aspect to share with you, there are some things that we have to do, reports that we need to receive, and then there are some conversations that we can choose to have. The first of the reports that we need to receive as a body is your membership report. So what I read here is that at your last church conference, you had 87 members. You received 12 new members. You removed 4. So your total membership as of today is 95. Now, can I ask you, what is your average worship attendance? And for those of you who are here, how many of you invited someone to worship today? A couple of you.
But they didn't show up.
Yeah. They say that it takes 7 genuine invitations before someone will actually come to worship. And when I say genuine invitations, I don't mean oh, you should come to church with me. Or, you know you're going to go to hell if you don't start going to church. Okay. So that's really not what I'm talking about. It's the place where you meet other people in their lives. So if you're, sitting down and having lunch and the bread is delicious, you can say, oh, this reminds me of the communion bread last week. It was so wonderful. I would love it if you would come to church next time we have communion. Finding the place where your friendship, your interaction with them, interacts with your place of worship and your experience of church. Because otherwise, it will not feel like a genuine invitation. It needs to meet them where they're at for them to really feel like you're inviting them. So I want to challenge you, particularly if your average attendance is 35 and your membership is 95, you have a set group of people already. Go out, visit these folks that are not worshiping. This is not the job of your pastor. This is your job. This is your church. Although I appreciate, as a pastor, the folks that say one of the things they like best about the church is the pastor, the truth is that most of you will outlast us. Pastors come and go. But when you look at this church, this is your family, and this is what remains. So be attentive to that in terms of inviting people to worship with you.
If that pastor goes, so am I.
I'm sorry?
If that pastor goes, so am I.
Well, she is going to go.
Yeah.
And this church will still be here.
Yes.
And you will still be family in this place. It's easy. It's easy for people to think that what the church is wrapped up in who we are as pastors, but it's not true. It's who you are to one another. And it is never the pastor's church. We come to serve you for whatever time we are called to serve you for. And then we get called to go somewhere else. But unless you're going to move with us, take up root and go, this is your church. So be the church. Don't think it's the pastor's job to be the church. It's your job to be the church. Pastor's just one piece of it. Okay.